Thank you. How many of you today are stressed at this moment? I'm sure many of you are. Many of you, especially at a young age, have to deal with financial decisions. Some of you are marrying at a certain age, and you have to deal with that. And on top of that, if you're taking this class right now, you're probably stressed out trying to make sure you get your assignment right. Whether or not, still, there's many forms of stress, whether it's family and such as that. But the reason I'm giving this is because I've thoroughly researched different articles and topics about stress, especially from these websites here: jw.org, Cleveland Clinic, the Mayo Clinic, the Very Well Mind, and lastly, Who INT. Those are the 5 sources that I found that show really a well descriptive about stress and how to deal with it, which is actually what we're going to talk about. How can we deal with stress? And so we'll ask this question first, and I will pull up my slideshow to ask this question. So, what so give me a second. Sorry about the delay. So, what are you stressed? And what is stress in general? Well, stress is a natural human reaction that happens to everyone. We all have stress. Is it something that we control? Maybe. Do we feel it? Yes. And can many of you agree with these topics right here on this screen? Stress, debts, career, financial problems, health, chaos, debts, worry, deadlines, divorce, damage, failure. Many of us can agree with that, can't we? Stress is a really heavy factor. And what's crazy, there are even 3 forms of stress. Acute stress. It comes and goes quickly. Maybe you feel stressed about something, like you might say to yourself, oh, and then you might say, oh, it's not that bad. Then, esporadic acute stress is when you experience acute stress on a regular basis. Maybe you might be stressed one moment, and then you're like, okay, it's gone, but then next it happens again. It just keeps happening over and over again. And then lastly is chronic stress, which is long term, which many people in the world deal with on a daily. And it's very harmful to your health. Even so that there are some symptoms that sadly come with it. And this is the symptoms right here. The symptoms of stress, as shown in this slideshow, can include fatigue, headaches, worry, indecision, negativity, loss of confidence, apprehension, indifference, substance abuse, loss of appetite, more accident prone. And also it can affect your thoughts and behavior so to a point that you might think bad of yourself. You might gain weight. It affects your body, mind, emotions, and behavior. You may gain weight, may lose weight. And even worse, if it's not dealt with, there have been those who've been stressed to the point where they've taken their own lives, which is sad. Very sad. Which is why there's a way to deal with it. And I'm going to go into different reasons how to do, or different ways to deal with it. Now, the first we want to understand is that stress and daily anxieties are a part of life. So we need to try to live one day at a time. And actually, that's actually what I'm showing this picture right here. I want you to look right here at this lady right here. This young lady. This young lady here, you see how she's smiling? How she may be stressed herself, have her own issues. But you see how she's smiling, looking back confidently. She might have just had a long day of work. Going by that bill in the background, it might be where she works. You never know. Maybe she just had a long day. And also, we have to remember this is that we want to set priorities and goals. We want to avoid thinking that we can do it all because we can't. We're imperfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're gonna mess up. And also, if it gets to the point to where you think that you really need some help, meaning that it's affecting you mentally, please see a doctor. Please see a doctor or a psychologist, someone who can help you mentally and talk and have some trustworthy, mature friends who is there to help you. And also, another routine we could think of is working out or exercising. I my I look at this picture right here. I myself had a lot of stress, have a lot of stress, just as you. But I started going to the gym. I'll go to the gym sometimes at Jones College, over there near where the Allied Health building is. You'll see a place where you go in there. They're very nice. The employees there are very nice and kind. But you see him in this picture. See how he's smiling, he's running, he's exercising. And yes, I know it's maybe you might not like the exercise, but maybe just take a simple walk, just a simple stroll around the city, maybe just to look at the scenery. It can be breathtaking. It can help you feel better. But we have to remember, most importantly, is that we are imperfect people. We're going to make mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable. But it's what we do with those mistakes to try to fix them is the most important. And also, hopefully, discussed in this talk, you can see that there are different forms of stress that are affecting your life. The symptoms of stress, they will come and go. But you have to remember there's a way to deal with it. And by dealing with it, you can conquer this enemy, which is stress. Because stress is an enemy that we can face if we know how to take it. If we understand it, comprehend it, we can fight against it.